Hey guys, so we're back again for another episode of Star. Honestly, this episode wasn't. I mean, it was shit that was going on, but it wasn't like completely interested to where it's like, damn, bitch, you know what I mean? So it's just like, if I skip some parts or if I miss a whole storyline, just be aware that it just wasn't much. But I do, however, appreciate the fact that this episode really did touch on some real shit as far as homophobia, safety issues, and domestic abuse and sexual abuse. So, and that's one thing that I really do appreciate about what these current and new shows are up to when they do shit like that, which is to, take awareness of shit like of what's going on, and that's what I appreciate. So let's go ahead and get through this episode. So pretty much the episode starts off with Noah and Alex, they're working on their little track or whatever, and then honestly, I kind of like them together. I ain't gonna lie, because throughout this whole episode, Noah and Alex, they were really cute together. Like, they were really meant to be. Even though I'm still a diehard Daleks fan, I don't know. I'm starting to feel them just a little bit. Leave it down in the comments if you don't feel that way. So they're working on the track, and Carlotta walks in looking for the ACT campaign, which no, actually, excuse me. Carlotta walks in to let Alex and Noah know that the company is offering Noah a nice gig for them to perform at a local ACT campaign for a huge gig at Pride, which is located in New Orleans. Noah is in his feelings at this point because of the fact that he's going to be performing with a bunch of gay bitches and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, what? But later on, we'll find out why, which is understandable of how he felt. But at first, I'm like, Noah, look here. You a fuck ass bitch. You a drug dealer, and then on top of that, you hate people in the LGBT community. Is that what the fuck it is? Is that how we get down? Okay, bitch, I see how it is. But again, like I said, in the end, it's understandable. So, with that being in mind, he just needs to understand that at the end of the day, having an LGBT audience is probably going to be like a huge deal for music artists. Because I ain't gonna lie, we're the type of bitches we're the toughest critics out here. We be criticizing the shit out of everybody and everything. And honestly, I'm guilty of that shit too. And I'm gay as all hell, and it is what it is. But honestly, it's just crazy to me. So he agrees, but he's still a little skeptical about it, and I'm like, nigga, get over it. Take some dick. Shut up. So meanwhile, Maurice tries to talk to Carlotta with the situation with Natalie and shit like that, and I'm just sitting here like, Maurice, you are a pawn. You know you want Natalie back. Stop playing. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. And then in walks the bitch is back. She taking over the company. And at first, I'm thinking to myself, shit, now the girls are screwed all over again. But that ain't an issue as of now, as of this episode. So we pretty much find out that the reason why she got her job back was because that her father was accused of sexual assault of this woman that he worked for while he was still in the company and shit. And at this point, that's when she also confronts Maurice about the way how he's been running it since she was, when she was still unemployed and shit. And then at this point, it was a mess, but it was what it was. And then Halil wants to talk to her because when he heard the news, or at least he overheard the situation, he immediately felt bad because, as always, he has something to do with why she ended up getting her job back in the first place. So that's why he tried to talk to her, but she ain't here for it. She ain't here for his ass. So then we get Simone. See, Simone and Angel, they need to go. They need to break up. They need to leave. That storyline needs to die. Like, that storyline needs to just end in this episode. Do not, Lee Daniels, whoever is connected with him, or anybody, or any of the writers on that show, you let them know that I said this. End that storyline. Because I'm over it. I hate them together. And I'm admitting it. The realest way that I can. I don't like them. I don't trust him. I don't like him with Simone. I would much rather have her with Karen than anybody else. And that's just what it is. That's how I feel. And I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers out here feel the same way too. Trust me. I see it on Instagram. We tell it all. It is what it is. Even on the YouTube comments for my other YouTube videos, for my other reviews, or on the other Star videos, bitch, we tell it all because we ain't here for it. This storyline is trash. And I'm going to tell you why. You got Angel out here this whole episode wanting to get into Simone's pants because they want to explore the relationship and how he feels as if that he wants her to be her first time and shit. And I said, Angel, let me tell you something. You are not the first time of anything with this chick right here. Because let me tell you something. Somebody has already claimed that cooch before, okay? Somebody has already opened that box. Somebody has already went up in her shit. So you was not... She ain't gonna be... You might be her... She might be your first. She might be your first. But you most definitely ain't her first. you ain't her first. I know that's some fucked up shit. But go back. Go back to season 1. Remember when Otis and her, he was pretty much sexually harassing her when she was still living with him? Y'all go back to season 1 and y'all watch that shit because it'll make sense as to why she doesn't want to be with him or why she doesn't want to have sex with him throughout the remainder of this episode. So keep that in mind. So we get back to the shop and Cotton is worried about how Jaden is going to react the whole time that he's going to be with her throughout the remainder of the weekend while everybody is out in New Orleans. Bitch, I am parched. And when the baby mama comes in and drops Jaden off, Cotton tries to introduce herself, and Jaden's confused because he's over here like, I thought I was gonna meet my father. And at this point, this upsets Cotton because of the simple fact that the baby mama didn't tell him. And honestly, I kind of agree with her for a little bit because she really was not obligated to even tell Jaden that her father was once a man and now he's a woman. He's a transgender is pretty much what I'm getting at. So it's not really her responsibility to tell Jaden what's going on. It's really Cotton's. But honestly, the way how she kind of delivered it was very rude as fuck if you ask me. So later, everybody in Midtown is over there in New Orleans. They getting ready, and the whole event and the whole environment was lit as fuck. I swear, I was the whole time they was up there though. I really wanted to go because that shit looked like it was so much fun. Like for all y'all out there who's gay. Y'all leave that in the comments. How is it in Pride? Like, how is it really at Pride? Because I've never went to a Pride before, and it would be nice to go, and it would be real fun to go and shit. So it's like, I want to know, like, I really want to know, like, what's it like? Like, how lit is it really? Because the way how the episode executed was like, oh shit. Anywho. So, they all get in and they all eventually settle in until suddenly the cops pretty much storms in and shuts the whole area down because there was a sudden bomb threat that just came out of nowhere and everyone is pretty much evacuated inside. So once everyone was evacuated, they realized that the threat was through a bunch of homophobic haters. And I'm sitting here like, ain't this about a bitch? And it's sad that we literally still go through homophobia in 2018. It's dumb, it's stupid, and it's mad ignorant as fuck. But it is what it is. That's just the type of world that we live in. So the whole time while everybody was indoors and shit like that, Angel comes in acting like that he's worried about Simone's safety and prompts her to go upstairs to his room. My reaction was just like Simone's. You really gonna sit here? And think about smashing when there's a bomb threat, my nigga? Really, bitch? No, you ain't even my nigga. Fuck that shit. I don't like you. Okay? Go home. Get written off. Get killed off in the season finale. I don't care. Get him off this show. Get him off this show or dead his fake ass storyline with Simone because I'm over it. I'm really over it. See, this is why. This is why I do not like Angel throughout this whole episode, because he's been nothing but a misogynistic, narcissistic, ungrateful ass bitch. And just for that, let me go ahead and get his storyline out the way. So near the end, we get the two of them outside, talking, and Simone pretty much wants to go to Mrs. Bruce's ball that he's held at New Orleans and shit, but Angel's trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with her, why is she acting this way, and when she tries to leave because she doesn't want to talk about it, he grabs her by her arm, and this makes Simone bring up some flashbacks of her and Otis and the bullshit that they've went through, and that pretty much insinuates a fight between the two of them. And then the police comes in, and for a second I thought they was gonna arrest his ass and take him the fuck away. I know that sounds so insensitive and so wrong, but like I said already, I don't like him. I don't trust him. I need this storyline dead. So eventually the cops let them off the hook and tells them that if they fight again, that they go arrest them. And then Angel's in his feelings because he thinks that Simone don't want him and shit like that. And then he leaves, and I'm like, bye, bitch. So At this point, Carlotta is starting to learn more and more about Natalie, and is really reading between the lines of her bullshit, because she confronts her about the fact that that Natalie has given her, or at least given the girls, a private security team behind her back, and this has led to her getting a settlement of $25,000. And at this point, I'm like, Natalie, you shady ass bitch. You are a shady ass little bitch. Like, I cannot deal with you. So then we get Noah, who's freaking out about the performance, and Alex tries to confront him, and they get ready to fuck, and in comes her mom, pretty much telling her that she wants to join her on tour. And they pretty much start comparing Noah to her daddy, because her mom has been a mess throughout this whole episode, because of the fact that she found out that her husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, made a sex tape with another woman and actually sent her the copy for her to watch on purpose. And I'm like, who does that? Like, where do they do that at? That is so petty till it's sad. Like, that is so petty till it's sad. So we find out that Gigi was the woman who was supposedly sexually abused by Ayana's dad. And at this point, Ayana wants to tell her story, but she doesn't want to, because she's afraid that if she does, she'll be viewed as a victim. She'll be viewed as her being weak. And we also found out why he'll try to talk to her about the situation with Ayana, because he was the one who snitched about the situation. So I'm sitting here like, you ain't shit. So at this point, Star was about to go on ahead on her own outside, and I found out that Justin was really Jackson. I had his name wrong throughout the last couple episodes, so my bad. But anywho, Jackson tries to keep her inside, and he's all up on her, trying to have sex with her and shit. She tries to deny and resist him, but the host side was like, "Take me fresh meat." Bitch, you might as well just go ahead and just take that dick. Just fuck him already, because we already know he was gonna do it anyway. And sure enough, you did. And then the next minute y'all get finished, he prompts her to kind of listen to his song, and this pisses her off because she feels like that he is using her to get a come up, which is what a lot of motherfuckers out here are doing nowadays, which is sad, but at the same time, everybody got their own little hustle, so hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So at the bar, Alex opens up to Noah about how she would try to take care of her, how she always took care of her mom all the time. And it's nice to know that Noah pretty much has Alex back throughout the entire situation. And then Andy and Angel are talking about, Angel confused about his feelings and how he thinks that he's confused over the situation that Simone might really be gay. So at that point, I'm sitting here like, I know these two motherfuckers is not about to go there. Sure enough, they did, because when Simone walks by, Andy's like, alright, look at him. Are you gay? Like, straight up, are you gay? Bitch, who are you? Who are you? So then, this pretty much pisses everybody off, to the point where he ends up start running his mouth talking about some, look, Noah, you don't want none of this, because you and I both know that we both have no right in performing here. You do realize that, right? Because your father was here, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I did not know that was a little secret. Ayana made me do some thorough investigations, but it's okay though. Maybe the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. I said Noah beat his ass. And at this point, Noah fucks him up. I'm like, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! Because, Andy, you dumb as fuck for saying that. So Star tries to comfort Noah about the situation, and then we find out that the real reason why Noah is upset about the whole thing is because his daddy was gay, and he pretty much left his whole family for another nigga. And that's pretty much why he felt this type of way. So Star tries to get him to sing his feelings out in front of in a gay bar, which he does, and it was cute for what it was. I liked it. It was a cute performance, and it really summed up how he really felt, which was amazing. And just the fact that he sung so beautifully, it was amazing. What got me was when this gay man from the audience came up to Star. He was like, "Hey yo, so is Noah gay?" Star said, "You know, some men are meant to be with women." I'm like, well, damn, Star. You could have just said, no, he's straight. But, of course, it's Star, the bitch shady. So, after that, you know, at this point, I actually started feeling bad for Noah, but I still got my eyes on his ass. So, back at the shop, Jaden is acting like a rude-ass little boy, just running his mouth. You dress like a thought. Aren't you too old for that? I said exactly what Miss Bruce just said. Bitch, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this little boy. And sure enough, Cotton had to teach him some respect, to let him know that he needs to stop acting like a kid and understand that he's going through a real situation right now. And then she opens up to him about the fact that she is his father. And I'm sitting here like, Cotton, don't do it. Now is not the best time. He's too young. He is not old and mature enough to handle this type of situation. And sure enough, this made him run off because he wasn't ready. He was too young to understand this shit. He doesn't know nothing about transitioning and all that shit. He's too young. Come on, Cotton, do better. So meanwhile, Gigi is focusing on her music, and Hahir walks in trying to talk to her about how he felt guilty for snitching and apologizes, but she ain't here for that shit, and because of it, he leaves off too easily. Then she opens up about how she feels bad that she allowed this shit to happen at a very young age, and Ayana had to comfort her, and she had to let her know that it's okay, but at the end of the day, you still gotta speak up regardless. So at this point, Maurice is confronting Natalie for mixing pleasure with business. And she tries to tell him that she's not trying anything shady and that she has everything under control, right? So how come you start making out with him and then Carlotta's standing right there in front of y'all watching y'all? You a shady bitch, Natalie. You need to go too. You and Angel. Both y'all asses need to go. Carlotta, let his ass go and just move the fuck on. Because you never needed him from the beginning, bitch. You never needed him. Keep on moving. So Alex and her mom are in the room, and Alex is pretty much as upset that she keeps bringing up the whole sex tape situation and how he keeps bringing her down. So this prompts her to take her over to Miss Bruce's ball. So at the ball, everybody's getting crunk. It's getting lit. I want to be up in that shit. And sure enough, everybody shows up, but Simone in her feelings because Angel left her. Alex's mom is in her feelings because her husband left her. everybody's pretty much in their feelings because all them niggas left them. And I'm sitting here like everybody needs to get the fuck over it because I'm tired. I'm tired. I am so over it. Meanwhile, the boys pretty much meet up, and Andy and Noah was about to get into another fight, and Angel pretty much tells them that they need to dead their beef because it's just ridiculous at this point. Because I really did appreciate Angel at this one moment, only because of what he said, which is why calling people gay is such a mystery. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand that shit. And honestly, I find that shit to be very true. Because it's like, why are we still labeling motherfuckers that way? And especially in like a very derogatory way, because it's not helpful. It's disgusting. And I don't appreciate that shit. Like, I don't come around to another gay man and just try to, like, you know, be discriminatory about him like that. Like, hell no, I would never do that. And for you, Angie, to sit here... Angie. Well, shit. I'm going to call Angie because he pissed me off. Angie, you a punk. You a punk-ass bitch. And that's just what it is. I don't like you. So, at this point, Miss Bruce is performing at the ball, and at this point, I'm like, y'all need to let Miss Bruce sing more, because I like the way how she came in and Miss Carlotta's song last season about some down, 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 down. Y'all remember that shit? Look back at season 1 if y'all remember, because that shit was good. That was a good ass song, and I'm like, y'all need to make Miss Bruce sing more. That's what y'all need to do. But the whole time that he was singing and stuff, Alex gets on the runway and she starts posing and whatever, and this attracts a lot of people and a lot of publicity to the point where it ends up getting viral later on. And the whole time she was on the runway, her mom is watching her with disgust, and she leaves because she sees so much of her, because she's practically jealous of how Alex is really nothing like her. And I'm sitting here like, set this as an example, bitch. Set this as an example. So at this point, we get Noah, who just getting out the shower, and he walks up to the bed in their bedroom thinking that Alex is in the bed asleep. So when he's all up in the bed, you know, making out with her and shit like that, it's really her mom who's drunk as shit and tries to get it on with Noah. But see, Noah had the upper hand and tried to avoid that shit the best that he could before Alex walked in and caught them in the action. But then Noah had to tell them that it wasn't what it looked like. So that shit baffled me. But I'm glad that it wasn't what I thought it was, or at least what we all thought it was. And then Alex pretty much just kicks her ass out. So they all get back home. And in the studio, Simone finds Gigi, and she's worried for her. And Gigi's still worried about the whole situation and shit, and how she still feels like that she was. Girl, I am tired. Okay, I have done so much shit today. It is ridiculous. I can't wait till this school year is over. But anywho, she still doesn't want to talk about the whole situation and shit like that. And they pretty much bond over the fact that they both were sexually assaulted by men in their lives. Which is kind of messed up, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, y'all remember how I said that the shit went viral and stuff like that for Alex? So we get to Noah and Alex, they embracing each other and shit like that, and Noah asks her if she's ready to go speak with her mom again, but she's not up for it. And then we get Carlotta, who tells Alex that because the video got viral, she ends up getting claimed an opportunity. And I'm sitting here like, I see where this is going now, because it's almost as if they're trying to make Alex a solo artist. Because mind you, in next week's episode, we get a clip of Alex performing a song by herself and shit, and Carlotta and the other girls are pretty much upset about that shit, and then Star comes in and tries to take her spot, causing Alex to slap the dog shit out of her. And I'm sitting here like, look, I can already tell that this shit was gonna happen. I had a feeling that this was gonna happen. But you know, when she finds out about this, Noah's happy for her, and I'm sitting here like, you know what? Shit, Noah, that's what's up. I'm glad that you were, just be happy for your girl, okay? I'm glad that you wasn't jealous. I'm glad you wasn't upset. Be happy for your girl. But sure enough, he starts drinking. I'm like, fuck. So Star goes back to Jackson to let him know that she has trust issues, and that's why she kind of left him at the hotel room and shit like that. And then he offers her to listen to his music again, but she declines it once more, only because the sex was good. And I'm sitting here like, ho. So then we get near the end of the episode where Carlotta pretty much confronts Maurice about everything that has been going on between him and Natalie and what she's been up to and shit like that. And pretty much leading up to the fact that she saw them kiss and shit like that. And at this point, it's like she's in her feelings because she's already figured them both out, that Natalie is a sneaky bitch and Maurice ain't shit. And then she slaps the dog shit out of him, and she said, keep that bitch. I said, fuck. Damn, Carlotta. So then at the end of the episode, Cotton is upset that Jaden doesn't accept the news that she gave to him, and Hahil had to provide for her some advice to at least try to open up to him instead of just giving up right away, because he still has a lot of people on his book that still doesn't even appreciate or want him back in their lives. So when she tries to open up to him and let him know that she still loves him and that she tried to get him to understand the whole situation about being a transgender and shit, he's not up for it, and he doesn't want to be back in the house no more. And then all of a sudden he starts shaking and foam starts coming out of his mouth, and I'm sitting here like, oh shit, this boy got a seizure. What the fuck finna happen to him? But we finna find that shit out next week. I'm sorry if this video is a bit long. I tried to go and be as quick as possible because it wasn't much, but there were some parts that I had to cover because of the situation at hand as far as the shit that this was talking about. But yeah, that was Star. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.